Columbus, Ohio. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams, and these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The run inside. It's Jackson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, two top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Grabs it in the middle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did.
Might have a chance. Big play for this offense as they get into the 32.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Looking for room. It's Jackson. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Run in the red zone. It's Jackson. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the catch. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Absolute shank. Missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running inside, it's Hill. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Keelan Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. From the gun, the ground game. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. The run inside, it's Hill.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Russell. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Russell. Dances away to buy time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do, they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big fourth down conversion.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. He's there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Pressure coming. He makes a grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. His 2nd and goal.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And he will take it in. Touchdown tie. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They got zilch on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Quarterback making checks. Sayin. Got his man down the middle. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Sayin from the gun on third down. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Sayin. Breaks the tackle. Makes the catch, and he's free. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Throwing, Sayin. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Looking for a push on 4th down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Out of the gun to give to the back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Has to get there to move the sticks. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Well, this defense, their cardio, I think, is going to get tested in this one because this quarterback will extend plays, and he's going to do it often. It doesn't take a lot for him to flush out of the pocket. If he just sees color, he's gone, trying to make something happen. That time he showed you his wheels. He was just able to get enough to keep this drive going.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. They're working that left side.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Escapes the pressure going right. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab in the end zone.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Say it. It's complete to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. He's going for it all. Upstairs to make the catch. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Ohio State calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Under fire. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He wants it all. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Back swinging with the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
And the extra point was good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the Fighting Irish looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling part of this program. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keelan Russell skips away from pressure. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Hauls it in. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's Sayin to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Right on target this time. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
And this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run. Nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the 1st down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Working that left side now. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Ready. Go. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Sayin. Moving out to the right. He's going to run it. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Pulls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin. Got it. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Sayin back to the air. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Throw it, say it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buckeye! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Tide ready to roll on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Back open in the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Hill. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There's some room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice, he can outrun those angles.
He's going for the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Say it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. He's in open space downfield. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on third down, Sayin. Using the quick game. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a third and long is a different animal. Sayin from the gun on third down. Going deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. The give on the inside. Makes it past the marker. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they're able to make the tackle. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Now here's Russell, floating away. Makes the grab. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Russell. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see them kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just...
Going downfield for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Here comes the offense onto the field again. The run inside. It's Hill.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Russell. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground to try to move the chains. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewalled for the 2nd straight play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He wants a big play here late. Makes a deep breath. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. On target. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him, and the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches.
Beck's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Here's Sayin to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.